Hi, my name is Heather Rice, and my presentation is on mental health disparities with Native Americans. It is often taboo in many Native American households to talk about behavioral health issues, which leads to people not receiving the help they need, and their condition may end up becoming worse, such as depression can lead to suicide. Mental health is just as important as physical health, and it should be a topic that is commonly talked about. People should be encouraged to receive the help they need instead of being bashed for it, because it would make the world a much happier and healthier place to live in. Having awareness that mental health problems exist helps with identifying your own mental health problems and being able to receive treatment quicker. As you can see from the picture, only 1.2% of the U.S. population identifies as Native or Alaskan American. Out of those, over 21% of them have had a diagnosable mental illness in the past year, which is over 830,000 people. This statistic does not include those that have gone undiagnosed. Why do Native Americans have mental health issues? There are several reasons this may happen. A few of those are generational depression anxiety. This has been since colonial times, since the British have tried to move Native Americans out of their homes and have even killed many of them. Poverty, as they cannot afford the treatment that they need in order to become healthier. Single parenthood, racism and discrimination, no access to mental health treatment centers and resources, being looked down upon for seeking treatment and receiving help for their problems, and no translators being available for Native Americans to receive the best care possible. This may deter them because not many people speak Cherokee or any other Native American languages. This may make them feel uncomfortable about receiving care. What are the results of mental health issues? Mental health issues, if left untreated, can lead an individual to commit suicide. They can also cause mood swings and changes, chronic anxiety, fatigue, and feeling sad. Mental health disorders can also cause physical health problems such as weight loss or gain, increased risk for certain illnesses and diseases such as cancer as the immune system becomes weaker. People with mental health disorders have double the risk of death from heart disease and 3 times the risk of death from respiratory disease. Stress and anxiety can trigger many physical health problems because mental and physical health go hand in hand together, which is why it is important to maintain overall health. Native Americans in particular have more stress because of discrimination that they receive and also going through poverty. On many reservations, they do not have any water available to them, and they have to travel over 30 miles for it every week, which can lead to stress and being afraid to use the water and fear that they may run out before they can receive more. Why do Native Americans have the highest rate of mental health issues? Native Americans have the highest rate of health issues mostly because of poverty. Many people may not afford or can't afford healthy food and can only afford fast food such as McDonald's or any other fast food restaurants, can lead to obesity and many other health problems such as diabetes and heart disease. Native Americans can also not afford to receive an education, which leads to people staying in poverty and not being able to come out of it. Also, since many Native American parents do not have a college or university degree, this causes the children to think that they do not need to go to college either and that they will be fine without it. Racism and discrimination can cause stress because not having the same rights and chances to succeed as everyone else makes them feel negatively about themselves, can lead them to depression or even substance abuse, as they may feel no other viable option to become happy. Single parenthood impacts mental health because the absence of a parent leads to less support for the child, as well as the household and financial aspects. The child may feel as if they were abandoned and may cause trust issues and anxiety around finding a significant other in the future, and fear that they may lead them to. How do mental health issues impact loved ones? They impact loved ones in many significant ways. The stress and anxiety that a person may be going through will result in needing the support of the people they love. Loved ones may lose sleep, having to stay up and talk to the person going through these struggles, stressed about if their loved one is okay, and encourage them to seek treatment and get the help they need. They even worry about if they're ever going to see them again if they are suicidal. Unfortunately, in many Native American households, mental health is more likely not to be a topic of discussion that is openly talked about. If a person is brave enough to open up about their problems and what they are going through, they're often looked down upon or seen as if they are crazy. This only makes their condition worse because they are not able to receive the help they need and are not accepted by the people they love, which makes them feel distanced. What loved ones just need to do is listen to what they have to say and offer the best advice possible for what they are going through. Many of these options include seeing a psychologist, a counselor, or a therapist because they are qualified and have the training they need in order to help them. How are Native Americans different? Native Americans have a large difference from Caucasian Americans. For one, they do not have as many options for jobs because they are often looked over for not having a college degree. They also do not have a lot of options for healthcare because they may need a viable translator and also do not have insurance because they cannot afford it. Native Americans have not been given the same head start in life that many Caucasians have been lucky to receive because they have had to fight for everything that they have and work themselves up to succeed to be able to support themselves and possibly a family in the future. What society should do instead is to encourage families to talk about mental health issues and make it a normality to discuss because it is important and impacts a lot of people because it would make society a happier and healthier place. It would also encourage people to get the help they need. It would make people happier and healthier with their minds and bodies overall. What can society do to fix the problem? Native Americans cannot go through this fight against mental health alone. They need all the help and support they need in order to heal and recover from all of their problems. A few of these options can include to offer more jobs, have more resources available for them, such as more counselors and therapists, have viable translators for healthcare purposes, learn about the culture and what has happened in the past, offer rehab, as they may need to check into an inpatient facility if their condition has gotten that bad, and make receiving mental health treatments normal and let them have a positive and encouraged experience. All of these factors would lead to make mental health issues less likely and take stress away from Native Americans and their families. Overall, Native Americans have had the highest rate of mental health problems for many reasons and have struggled for many years to cope with what has happened to them during the colonial times. Society needs to realize that the Native Americans were in the United States first, and we need to support them and encourage them to get the help when they need it. Native Americans deserve to be treated the same way as everyone else and have the same chances and opportunities at a successful life. Society needs to be more open about mental health, and instead of bringing people down, they should be lifted up. These problems are completely normal, and there are plenty of options to receive help and help them come out of this trap that is mental health issues. And they need to know that they're not alone. And these are my references.